Good morning. It's quite early here today, and the reason for today's video is because we're going to be moving today. We've been here 2 weeks, which means that you need to move on, and that's the river authority, the canal authority, ask that you move a reasonable distance every 2 weeks, and don't essentially live on one part of the canal. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to make a series of videos and then sort of put them together, because it's quite a, for us, it's quite a long-winded and relatively complex process because of a number of factors which I'll explain. But you can, I don't know if you can hear, but the generator's on because our starter battery is connected in a line with all our leisure batteries, which means that when we turn the lights on and plug in a laptop or something, it drains all the batteries, not just the leisure batteries, which means our starter battery gets low and you need a lot of power to start one of these big old engines. So often it won't start, which is one of the reasons we got the generator. So I'm putting the generator on for an hour this morning to top the batteries up so they're nice and powerful, nice and full, so that when I go to start the boat it hopefully works first time. I will make a video of that. So I know it's a bit loud, you can see there he is, chained up. He's connected into the boat's mains, and he is simultaneously connected into the batteries to charge them. Okay, all right. Hi there. Okay, this is a view from the inside of the boat, and now the generator is charging the batteries, hopefully. So what we have here is oh, it's really dark, I'm sorry about that. Got a little light here. Okay, there we go. We have a power inverter. Sorry about the dark here. That turns 12 volt into 240 volt, but it also has the advantage of see the display? Okay, you can see that reads you can see that reads 12.7 volts. That's not full, so the boat would probably not start at 12.7 volts. So the trick is you can come back and check that every now and then. When it's around over 12.8, maybe somewhere between 12.8 and 13, it means it's got lots of power and there's a very good chance the boat will start. Hi there. So getting a bit closer to the point where we're going to move off. So there's a few more things I have to do. You can see in here, this is called the cratch. This is where you keep your tools and things like that. This needs to be cleared on both sides. You can see there's some stuff down here and some stuff over there, because we're going to stop at a water point, and the water point's on the other side of the boat. So you will need to be able to step in and out, and you want it to be nice and safe when you do that. I'll make a little video at the water point so you can see what a water point's all about. Okay, some other things I need to do. You see, this is my new chimney that I put together. I don't know whether it's going to be the right size to fit under the bridges that we'll pass, so when we get towards the first one I need to be very wary, and if it looks like it's going to be too high, then someone will have to shoot down the gunnels. Oops. Sorry, that just seemed to jam a bit. Someone can, while the boat's moving, it's quite common for somebody to go and walk all the way down the gunnels, and then they can just pop that chimney off and lie it down. So I also need to sort out all this wood and make sure it's laid all flat and secure and all that kind of thing. So need to flatten out all the solar panels, and you can see where the little things that they'll slide down and go flush with the boat, because canal bridges can be very low and you don't want anything catching on them. Now we might be going through some locks today, so you can see the fenders here, these stop the boat getting damaged. They need to come up because some locks are so incredibly narrow that you can get the boats will get stuck in the lock, and that can be quite disastrous. If I could find one, maybe I can show you a picture of a boat that's been trapped in the lock on its fenders. It hangs like sort of 10 foot in the air. It's quite bad. And another thing I have to do, I'll get out of the way of the inverter, but underneath there is the engine, and I need to check the water level in the engine, and I need to check the oil level in the engine. I'm not going to show you that now, but I will make a video on the engine compartment at some point. It's quite interesting, I think. And I suppose I should add that when I bought my boat, I knew nothing about boats, absolutely nothing. I didn't know a great deal about cars, to be honest. So I had to work everything out to do with the engine myself. I don't do all the maintenance for it. That would be daft. I get there's companies all along the canals that sort out your engines for you. So I think that's about it. Also, just before we move off, I'll show you how the ropes work, how you tie and untie them, and the different sorts of, this is called pilings here. You see this sort of structure here along the edge of the canal. These are pilings. You get these occasionally, and they're very, very convenient when you do get them, because they're nice and straight and well maintained. But you can see further up there, I don't know if you can see that, but there's no pilings there, and sometimes it's really rough. You see, like on the other side of the river there, sometimes the canal sides are like that. So sorry about my jackery voice, it's really cold. Okay, so all the cats are in anyway. They all came in this morning, and so yeah, we're just waiting for the batteries to top up, and then we'll be good. Hello. Okay, right, so batteries are charged. Boat started first time perfectly. If you can hear that diesel engine chugging away, I won't talk for a second. I'll go and show you a little the engine bay going. So it probably looks a bit chaotic down there, and I know there's water in the bottom, in the bilge. That's completely normal. It's you know, the boat's from 1970. It's a very old engine, and I'll talk about it in a future video, but there's a thing called the stern gland which tends to drip a little bit, and there's bilge pumps in there which keep the water level down and things like that. So it's all very normal. Engine works absolutely well. It's just actually been to a place called Cape Boats, which is a boatyard, and the engine was completely stripped and rebuilt by a very nice guy called Rob. They really looked after me at Cape Boats, so I'd highly recommend them. And yeah, so it's all absolutely fine. It's just because it's an old engine, it can be a bit trickier to start on cold, wet mornings like this, especially with when the batteries are in a big circle. So yeah, I'm gonna get everything ready to leave now, and I'll be back in a bit.